What is up guys, Phoenix here, and welcome back to what I hope is the final part of our Himiko Toga pixel art tutorial. So where we last left off, we finished off bridging over the top of the head, and now we're on the right side of her hair, so we need to finish up those last bit of details there, and then we need to hurry up and do the face, and then a little bit of her shirt and some shading on the neck. So I'm pretty sure we can cover this all in one more part. Let's just jump right into it. Let's not hesitate, because I know you guys are ready to be done with this thing. This one is quite a doozy. Also, we are missing part right here where you can see I have a marker that we need to bring up more of her side of her hair, because on the left side you can see it wraps up a little bit up there as well. We did not bring it up so much on the right side, and I wish I wasn't so lazy on a previous part, because then that would have been done. Also, on the bottom left side of her neck there's some hair sticking out. We need to do that on the bottom right side as well, so just keep that noted. Anyways, let's go to the top of the build, this top right corner right here, and we marked this placement block on this 11 vertical last time, so let's find that, and right here, and we're going to be using coal and dirt. So from there, let's just put our placement block on top each time as we finish these next segments, and we're going to go up and to the left 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1 2, that's 1 1 2, that's 2. From there we're going to go up and to the left 3 vertical 1 2 3, up and to the left 2 vertical again 1 2, and then we're getting ready to curve this thing out, so we're going to go up into the left 4 singles now. 1 2 3 4, and now from that 4th single, or there's one all the way on the top, what we're going to do is we're going to add an extra 2 pieces of coal right on top of it. 1 2, and then we're going to start curving it around by going to this top block and the 2 vertical we just created, and adding another right coal, we're going to add another 2 coal to the right. 1 2. Now we need to bring it back down so that we can respike it again. So we're going to put our placement block to the right or bottom side each time, and we're going to go down into the right now 4 singles. 1 2 3 4, down into the right 2 vertical. 1 2, down into the right 2 singles. 1 2, and from that 2nd single, or just the lowest one right here, we're going to put an extra coal to the right side of it like that, and from that extra coal we're going to put 1 on top and 4 below. 1 2 3 4. Perfect. Now that we have this extended piece right here, this should be about 6 in total. If we go to the bottom block in it, we can go down into the right 2 vertical from it. 1 2, and then we can then trace it back up to the top block now, and put a placement block on top, so we can go up into the left 2 vertical. 1 2, up into the left 3 vertical. 1 2 3, and we're just respiking the hair. It should be like 2 spikes. We already got the first one done, so this is the second one we're building right now. Up into the left 2 vertical again. 1 2, and then we're gonna start curving it back around and down, so we're gonna put our placement block to the top still and go up into the right 1 single, down into the right 1 single, and as you can see, we're now changing direction and going back down, so you can put your placement block to the bottom side each time and you should be fine. So we're going to go down into the right 2 vertical now. 1 2, placement block on the bottom, down into the right a single again, placement block on the bottom, down into the right 3 vertical. 1 2 3, down into the right 2 vertical. 1 2, down into right 3 vertical. 1 2 3, and the number's going to get really big right here just to finish it off. I think we're going to go down into the right 16 vertical, so you can put your placement block to the bottom or right side. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16, and it met up at the diagonal right there, so that's perfect. You can delete these 2 vertical dirt blocks right there. Since we met up at the diagonal, we don't have to worry about that shape anymore. And from there, what we can do is just zoom out for a quick second. Alright, that's perfect. So we also have this extra single right to the right of what we just created. Before we go over and do that, however, there is a little segment to the left over here that I want to do that we forgot last time. So we just connected right here with the 16 vertical. Oh, let me go up there and delete those extra dirt blocks. We just connected to this 2 vertical right here with the 16 vertical, so just make sure you guys notice. And if you look over to the left side right here, we have these 3 singles just going down and to the left right over here. That's really, really close. Let me just mark it so you can see it. Like that. And from those 3 singles, if we go to this block all the way on the left, we can actually go up and to the left from there. 3 more singles. So let's go to this left block right here. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We can then go up and to the left 2 flat. 1, 2. Up and to the left 1 single. And then up and to the left 2 flat 3 times in a row. So 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. Perfect. Now we can backtrack again all the way back to where we had the 2 vertical and the 1 single right here connected to the 16 and continue what we were doing before. I just need to make sure that 1 strand of hair was not forgotten. So going over to this single that we have marked out with the dirt block, we can put a placement block on top of it. And for this next part, we can just keep putting your placement block on top at the end each time, and you should be fine. We're going to go up and to the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Up and to the right 2 singles. 1, 2. Placement block on top. Up and to the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the right 2 single again. 1, 2. Up and to the right 2 vertical. So the numbers are kind of repetitive. Let me just zoom out so you can see. But the reason they're repetitive is because it's just when the numbers are bigger, it's harder to make these like sharp and twisty, curvy shapes. So we're keeping them small so that way the hair can look more fluid. If that makes any sense to you, sorry. From there, we're going to go up and to the right 1 single. So placement block 1. Up and to the right 2 vertical. We're going to do that 3 times in a row. So placement block to the top or right side. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And we need to do it 3 times. So 1, 2, that's 3. Perfect. Sorry if you can hear that background car honking. I don't know what's going on outside my house, but there's always some messy noises. Anyways, from those 2 verticals, we're going to go up and to the right 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the right 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're almost at the tip of the hair right now, so we're going to like tip it off and then start going back down to spike it up again. So we're going to put a placement block on the top and go up and to the right 1 single. And that single block is going to be used to pivot back down. Oh my god, I keep deleting them. So we can then put our placement block underneath for this next segment and we should be fine. We're going to go down and to the right, 13 vertical. So make sure to count carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Placement block on the bottom. Down and to the left 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down and to the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. And from that 2 vertical, if we go to the bottom block right here, we can add an extra 2 coals to the right. 1, 2. Whoops. 2 like that, creating this weird L shape. And now we can split into 2 directions. We can either go to the right side of this L shape or the left side. We're going to finish up with the left side since it's really close to whatever this is right here. So all we're going to do is we can actually go to this placement block right here and work with it. We're going to go up and to the right 2 vertical, then 1 single from it. So placement block to the top or right side. 1, 2. Then a single up and to the right. 1. And it connects at that diagonal, so we can close off that shape now. So that's good. And now we can continue working with this L shape with the right side not hanging on to anything. So let's go over to it and put our placement block to the right side. And from there, we're going to go up and to the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Up and to the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Placement block on the end. Up and to the right 11 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we're almost ready to tip off the hair right now. So let's start spiking it out and then we'll start backtracking and going towards the scalp again. So let's put our placement block to the bottom side and we're going to go down into the right 6 flat now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From this 6 flat, we're going to mark the first block on the left side right here because we're going to come back to it in a second. But we're then going to go to the right side and put a placement block on the end so we can go down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. And then down to the right 1 single. 1. Just like that. From this 6 flat, what we can then do is we can go back to this first block over here and put our placement block underneath or to the left side and go down its left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And you can see we're kind of just folding back in on the shape and creating another strand of hair. All right, so let's get our placement block placed down, and we're going to go down its left 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down its left 1 single. Down its left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Down its left 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Down its left 2 vertical. 1, 2. And then finally, to connect to the wall right here, we're just going to go down its left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, it touched down at the diagonal, so that's good. Before we continue from there, so let's actually just mark where we just placed, if we need a reference point. Because right above here, you can see we have this placement block marked off on these singles right here. And actually, we can just finish that up right there real quick by just going up and to the right from it. 2 flat 2 times in a row, and I don't know why I didn't do that before. So, whoops. So we're going to up and to the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2, and that's that. That was all that was needed right there. I don't know why I marked it. I probably thought those singles right there were these singles over here, but yeah, they were not. Anyways, so where we marked where the 3 vertical we just placed met up with the 1 single, and the reason I did that was because we are gonna use a point near there to continue building the hair off of. So you see how we just connected right here? If we look to the right, there's a single right here and then a 2 vertical just right below it, literally like right next to it. And from that 2 vertical that I just marked, we're gonna go to the right of it and put 13 pieces of coal to the right of the top block. So this one right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let me just hit the save real quick. From the 13 flat, we're going to go down into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Down into the right 6 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down into the right 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Placement block underneath. Down into the right 10 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And from that 10 vertical, if we go to the bottom of it and count up to the 4th and 5th block, so 1, 2, 3, and the 4th and 5th one are right here. What we're going to do is go to the left side of the 4th and 5th block and put 1 coal to the left of each of them, like so. Then from these new coals we just put to the left side, we're going to go up into the left 2 vertical from it. 1, 2. Up into the left 2 flat. 1, 2. And from this left block into 2 flat, we're going to switch over to our coal and put an extra one on top right there. Perfect. From there, we're going to go up into the left 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Up into left 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into left 2 singles. 1, 2. And then to touch the wall right here, we're just going to go up into left 2 flat. So placement block to the top or left side. 1, 2. And that closes off that strand of hair. There's actually mark where we just connected again, because everything is connected. Everything is really close. I don't want you to forget where we just worked on and then not know where I'm going next. So yeah, the hair is making good progress. We are probably going to go over my usual recording time limit just because there's so much to do here, and I thought the hair would go faster, but it's not, sadly. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go right where we just connected. If we look over to the left side over here, you can see we connected on this 2 verticals part right here. But if you look next to it, it drops down into this 2 flat again. And then there's like this. Actually, I already built that. Yikes. My bad. I already built that. I was about to build this thing again. Where can I go? Where can I go that I have not built yet? Oh, I found it. Okay. So let's delete these dirt blocks right here. We don't need to use them. Next part, what we can work with is if you zoom out and stay in the same quadrant that we were just in, you can see we just finished this hair right here, and then we have this little one to the left of it. But if we go down and to the left from it, you can see these 4 singles right here, or 5 singles actually. So let me just mark it so you can see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those 5 singles, find them. And what we're going to do is go to the third one or the middle one. So this one right here. And we're going to put 7 coals to the right of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, perfect. Once you have that, we can go down and to the right from it. So you can just put your placement block underneath each time and you should be fine. Down to right 2 flat. 1, 2. Down and to right 1 single. Down and to right 2 flat again. 1, 2. Placement block underneath. Down and to right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down and to right 1 single. Down and to right 3 vertical 2 times in a row. So get your placement block ready. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. Placement block. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. Down and to right 14 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Count that very carefully, or split it into 2 groups of 7 or 7 groups of 2. Just make sure you count it carefully or split it up if you need to. From the bottom of that 14, we're going to start curving to the left now. So you can put your placement block on the bottom or left side. And we're going to go down and to the left 1 single. We're then going to start coming back up. So you can put your placement block on the top side. And we're going to go up and to the left 4 vertical 3 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 1. Placement block on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 3. Perfect. From there, we're going to go up and to the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the left 2 singles. 1, 2. Up and to the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the left 3 singles now. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left 2 flat. 1, 2. Up and to the left 1 single. And then finally up and to the left 4 flat, and it should connect to something at a diagonal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, which it did. So that's good. I was scared it wasn't going to connect because we are missing some bottom portions of the hair right here, but we're going to get to that right now. So from the 4 flat we just created, what we're then going to do is we're going to go to this block. From the left side, we can find the second block, so this one right here, and put 2 coals underneath it. 1, 2. We can then go down into the right 2 flat, 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Down into the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. And we're going to start curving it back up now and meeting up probably with that left backwards L shape we have. So if we go to the top block into 2 vertical, we can put a placement block on top and go up into left 1 single. Up into left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up into left 2 singles again. 1, 2. And then finally up into left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Meeting up at the diagonal right there. Perfect. From the backwards L shape that we have now with the placement blocks on it, I don't even know how to describe this. We're going to go to the left block in it, so this one right here. And we can go down into the left from it, 1 single. Down into the left 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into the left 1 single again. And from that single, we're going to actually split into multiple directions. Some of them are going to get cleared up really quickly though. So from the top of it, we can go up into the left 7 vertical, and that should connect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And as you can see, it connected to what we had already there. So that's fine. We can then drop back down to that single that we bridged off of, and we can put a placement block underneath it and go down into the right one single. From that new single, we're going to go and put a placement block underneath that as well. Except we're going to do two things with that placement block. First, on the left side, we're going to go down into the left 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the right side, we're going to go down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Just like this. Once you have that now, let's work with the right side first. From the right side, where we have the 2 vertical right here, we're going to go down into the right 2 vertical again. 1, 2. Down into the right 1 single. Down into the right 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, I'm just putting the placement block underneath each time because we're still curving out. Down into the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And then finally down into the right 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to stop right there with the 5 vertical because we're actually going to go and backtrack to the 5 vertical we had floating over here on the left side. Because if we bring it down, it should connect here and we'll proceed from there. So, backtracking to the 5 vertical that's floating on the left side. If we put a placement block underneath or to the right side, we can go down into the right 5 vertical again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Placement block on the bottom. Down into the right 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. And then finally down into the right 1 single. 1. As you can see, it connected to the second to last block from the bottom on that 5 vertical right there, which is fine. We just needed it to meet up. But we're going to continue building off of that 5 vertical bottom block right here and just curving it out. So let's put our placement block underneath and we can go down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the right 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into the right 2 singles. 1, 2. Down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into the right 1 single again. And then before we start curving back inward, all we're going to do is put our placement block to the bottom or right side and go down into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And we're going to use that to start curving backwards now because this is the tip of this spike or whatever. So from this second set of 2 flat or this bottom one right here, if we go to the left block in it, we can put a placement block underneath or to the left side and go down into the left 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Placement block on the end and go up into the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up into the left 2 flat 3 times in a row, so count carefully and make sure you put a placement block at the end each time. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And finally 1, 2, that's 3. And then you can go back through and delete these extra placement blocks in your way. Now that you have these 3 sets of 2 flat, if we go to the final one or this one on the left side, let's add an extra coal to the left of it like this. And from that extra coal, we're going to put 1 on top and 2 below. 1, 2. Perfect. Now from the top of it, we're going to go up into the left 2 singles. Actually, let's do let's go up into the left from the top block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 singles. Let's be safe right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to come back to those singles, but I then want to do is go back to the bottom block of this 4 vertical. And we're going to go underneath now and start looping it back around and meeting up here. So we're going to go down into left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down into left 1 single. And that's the tip right there. So if we put our placement block on top or to the left side now, we can go up into the left 10 vertical. And actually, we're only going to need 9, I think, because the 10th one's already there from the singles. So let's just go up into left 9 vertical and it should connect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And yep, like I thought, the 10th block was already there from the singles we built earlier, which is why I preemptively put that there. Genius. So now we can trace it back up to the 5 singles we had and go back to the top one, or this one all the way on the left, and continue working with it. So we're going to put a placement block on top and go up into the left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3, placement block, up and to left 2 vertical, 1, 2, up and to left 3 vertical again, 1, 2, 3, and then from those 3 verticals, we're going to put 1 to the left of each of them, 1, 1, 1, just like that. And then what we're going to want to do is we're going to go underneath it, and we're going to put 6 blocks going down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, from that 9 on the bottom we added, we're then going to go to the top and put 12 pieces of coal going straight up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like that. Then we can do a bit of backtracking and come back to the bottom now, where we have the 9 sticking out the bottom, and we can put a placement block underneath and go down into the right 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3, down into the right 2 vertical, 1, 2, down into the right 4 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, and from the 4 vertical, if we find the second to last block from the bottom, so this one right here, we can put 1 coal to the left. We can then go up into the left 1 single, up into the left 2 vertical, 1, 2, and then finally up into the left 1 single again. Perfect. We can delete this extra dirt block right here because we don't need it. And now if we look at the right side of her hair, I think we're actually done. The only thing that's missing is actually, am I missing anything? The only part that's missing is this dirt piece that we have to the left right over here. Right on the top corner of her hair. So if you look at the top right corner of her hair, we have this dirt piece right here, and that's gonna be on top of a 7 vertical, I believe. So we're gonna go on top of it and put a placement block. From there, we're gonna go up into the right 1 single from it. We're also gonna go up into the left 4 vertical from it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you're having trouble locating where I'm at, just look at the right hand camera screen. You can kind of see me just cover this in dirt right now, just so you can see which quadrant we're working with. It's the only other remaining dirt block that's not in the main part of her face. From the single we have on the right side though, we can go up into the right 2 vertical 3 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1, placement block on top, 1, 2, that's 2, 1, 2, that's 3. And it connects to something out of diagonal over here, so we can backtrack again to the main stem and continue on the left side. From the left side, we can put a placement block on top and go up into the left 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3, up into left 4 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, and from the 4 vertical right here, we can put an extra coal to the right side of the first block of the one all the way on the bottom, like this. From that extra block, we can put a placement block to the right and go up into the right 2 flat, 1, 2. And then we can go up into the right 4 single, and this should connect to the stem again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Now that it's connected to the wall, we can backtrack a second time back to this main left side. And from the 4 vertical we have right here, we can go up into the left 2 vertical, 1, 2. Up into the left 1 single, up into left 2 vertical again, 1, 2. And before we continue on the left side, what we can do is from the top block in this 2 vertical, we can add an extra coal to the right. And from that extra coal to the right, we can go up into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. Place a block to the right or top side. 1, 2, that's 2. So we have something that looks like this. Then we can get it to connect to the wall by going up into the right 3 singles from there. So 1, 2, 3, and it connects just like we said. So then we can go back to the main stem again and continue building on the left side. So basically what we're doing is we're just building off this plank of her hair while also connecting it back to the other parts of her hair. So on the left side now, we can go and put a placement block on top and go up into the left 1 single, up into the left 2 vertical, 1, 2, up into left 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3, up into left 2 vertical 2 times in a row, 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2, And from the 2 sets of 2 vertical, if we go to the top one right here, we're not going to connect it to the wall, but we're going to bring it over. So let's add another 7 blocks to the right of this top block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we can add a placement block to the end right there so that we can go down into the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let me see. I didn't think it was supposed to touch the wall, but it did. So we're just going to leave it. Actually, let's just make sure. If yours touched the wall, just make sure it didn't touch by 1. I might have made a mistake somewhere. It might not have been 7, might have been 6, but just leave it 1 away. It's not going to mess up the build. It doesn't matter. So this is one of those rare scenarios where I say something and yours might have touched the wall there. If it didn't, then you're fine. Just leave this 1 space here. Anyways, going back to the left side, we're going to go up into the left 1 single. Up into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up into the left 2 singles again. 1, 2. And then up into the left 2 flat. 1, 2. And that actually completes all of her hair, except for, oh, I forgot the bottom of her neck. Dang it, I thought I was done. We still have to do the eyes, the other part of her hair on the bottom of her neck, and then her shirt. So let's drop down to the right side of her neck first and do that, where we have the 10 singles on the bottom right side. So I want to do the face and the shirt last. So on the bottom right side of her neck, you can see we have these multi-singles right here. And what I want you to do is we're actually going to go to the first, not the first one, whatever this one is right here. You can see like the neck comes up and then the singles continue off of it. This first one by itself, this first one that has nothing below it. So let me just kind of zoom out so you can see it. It's right directly to the right of this long 6 vertical. So anyways, from this first block, we're going to put 1 placement block underneath it and then 2 coal below that. 1, 2. From that 2 coal, we're going to go down into the right from it. 2 vertical, 2 more times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, whoops, 2, that's 2. From this bottom set of 2 verticals, we're going to go to the top block in it. And I want you to go to the right side and put 5 pieces of coal going straight up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, whoops, 4, 5. Just like that. It's connected, not at the diagonal, it's just directly connected to that top block. From that 5 vertical, we're going to add a 6th block to the top. And then from that 6th block, we're going to put 1 to the left and 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now going to the right side of this flat plank we've created now, we're going to go up into the right 2 flat. So let's put our placement block to the top or right side. 1, 2. Then from that 2 flat, we're going to put another layer of singles on top of it like that, creating this 2x2 brick or chunk. And from this top layer of the chunk, all we're going to do is add 1 to the right and 5 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, it connected to the wall, so we're pretty much done with the left side. But on the right side, where we have this single just hanging off by itself, we're just going to wrap this up by going up into the right 2 vertical, 1, 2, then up into the right 1 single, 1. Perfect. So now we're done with her hair completely. The last part of the build, guys, it's going to be all in her hair and her eyes and stuff. So we can actually go and do that right now. We have the left side of her eyes already started, or the eyebrows already started, so we're going to do that. And I took minimal detail in her face, so this shouldn't take too long to do. So if we fly up to the left side over here, we should have, what is this? I think this is 7 flat. Let me just measure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 flat. Okay, it's 8 flat. Same thing. It's 8 flat plank that I've marked with dirt. We're going to work with that right now. And if we go to the 8 flats, let me just make sure I get rid of some of the shading. Okay, from the 8 flat, if we go to the left side of it, what we can do is, let's get this dirt off of it. We can go down into the left from the left side, 2 flat, so placement block to the bottom or left side, 1, 2. And once you have that 2 flat shaped off right there, we can add an extra 3 blocks to the right of it, and that should double up with some of this, as you can see. So 1, 2, 3. You can see it thickens up a little bit on the left side of that 8 flat we had. And it also adds this to make it, I guess, 5 in total. Going to the left side of this 5 flat now, we're going to go down into the left, 3 vertical. So place block to the bottom, 1, 2, 3. And from this 3 vertical, we're going to do a few things. From the middle block, we're going to put an extra coal to the left. From the top block, we're going to go up into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. And that's just to do an eyelash. We don't need to work with it anymore. And then from the bottom into 3 vertical, we're going to go down into the right from there. 2 vertical 2 times in a row. So placement block to the bottom or right side. 1, 2. Then we need to placement block again. 1, 2. Perfect. From there, we're going to start rounding out the eyelid. So we're going to go down into the right 1 single. Down into the right 16 flat and count this carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And you can also make sure you have the white wool or white concrete a little bit closer in your inventory right now. We can just get that out of the way right now. So at the end of the 16 flat right here, all we have to do is if we switch over to our white concrete, we can go to this final block in it and add 2 on top. 1, 2. And then we can go up into the right 2 vertical with the white concrete again. 1, 2, just like that. That's just to shape off where the white and the skin ends. From there, we can switch back over to our coal and put 1 coal on top of this one. And then another coal to the left of that coal. So like we have this shape now. From this newly formed 2 flat we can put our placement block to the left or top side like this and go up into the left 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the left 1 single. Up into the left 2 flat again. 1, 2. Up into the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And that connects back to our main build, but we're not done yet. From the 3 flat we just created, we're going to double up with it on coal, or if you wanted to use black concrete you can, but this is just going to be the eyeball. So if you wanted to be able to tell the difference, you could use black concrete, but I used coal anyways. So from the new 3 flat we just placed, we're going to go down into the left on the left side, 1 single. And down into the right on the right side, 1 single. And it's symmetrical, so it's very easy to do, not easy to mess up. From the single, we're going to go on the left side down into left 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that just means on the right side, we're going to go down into the right 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see the pattern now. On the left side, we're going to go down into the right 1 single and touch down. And on the right side, we're going to go down into the left 1 single, creating the circular shape. Perfect. And now going down the middle, where we have the 3 flat right here, if we go down the middle block, let's put 2 placement blocks underneath. 1, 2. And then 3 coal below that. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So that's the left eye completely done. There is the eyebrow that I didn't even see is above the left eye, so we're going to do that right now. Yeah. So if we go up to where we have this 8 flat, the original part we started with for the eyeball, this 8 flat plank right here. Let's go to the left side of it. So right all the way over here. And let's find the second block from the left and put 2 pieces of dirt on top. 1, 2, just like that. And then a coal. From that coal, we're going to add an extra 1 to the right. We're then going to go up into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then down into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Perfect. So that's it for the left eye. We can move on to the right eye now. We already have that kind of started off with the dirt planks over there. But before we get to that, let's do the mouth and nose, since that's already connected to the left eye for me. So if we go to where we have the white concrete set up, this one on the left right here, we can then go below the coal that's below the white concrete and put 19 placement blocks going straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And then on the 20th block, we're just going to put 1 coal. Perfect. From that 1 coal, we can put an extra 2 to the right. 1, 2. And now that we have that, we can start building the mouth off of that, so you can delete the dirt blocks. We're going to do another long dirt string like that for the nose, but let's just finish up the mouth first. So from this 3 flat on the left side, we're going to put a placement block down so we can go up into the left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2. Up and to the left 2 singles, 1, 2. And then we can go to the right side of the mouth now. So on the right side of this 3 flat, we put our placement block on the right or bottom side and go down into the right 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mark the last block in that 6 flat because we're going to come back to it later. But from that 6 flat, we're going to go down into the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up into the right 3 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. And then delete these old ones. And then to finish this up, we're just going to go up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. And then up into the right 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So if you look at the right hand camera screen, you can see the mouth is completely done. We can backtrack now to the 6 flat. I had you mark this last block for a reason, because what we're going to do is switch over to our dirt blocks, and above it we're going to put 10 going straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 6 coals on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's the nose. Very easy to do, just got to find the right spot to place it. Perfect. So now we're winding down here, guys. We only have a couple parts left. All we have to do is go over to the top right corner right here where we have this dirt block waiting for us, and that's where we're going to start the last eye. So this is, the eyebrow first, and then use that to get to the eye. So from this 3 flat, if we go to the left side over here, we can go down into the left from it 2 flat. 1, 2. Then we can move over to the right side of the 3 flat and put our placement block to the top or right side and go up into the right 9 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. From the 9 flat, we can go down into the right 3 flat 2 times in a row. So 1, 2, 3, that's 1. Placement block. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. Perfect. And that's it for the second eyebrow. So if we go over to these 3 flats, this one all around the right here, we can find the last block in it and put one placement block underneath it, then 1 coal below that. From that 1 coal below, we can go down into left 2 vertical. 1, 2. And from this 2 vertical, if we go to the bottom block in it, so this one right here, we can add an extra 4 coals to the left side of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And if we were to count it out, it's 5 in total, because we had the 1 block and we just added 4 to it directly. All right. Now going to the last 2 blocks on this, we can put an extra coal above each of them. So 1, 1, just like that. And then from those 2 new blocks we added to the top, we can add an extra 5 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, like what we did on the left side of the eye, we can start curving it down. So what we're going to do is go down into left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down into left 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into left 1 single. Down to left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. Placement block. 1, 2, that's 2. And then we can switch over to our white concrete. And on the left block in this final set of 2 flat, we're going to put 2 white concrete below it. 1, 2, like that. Then we can put our placement block at the bottom, so we can go down into the right 2 vertical with white concrete again. 1, 2, just like that. And then we can bridge back into our coal by underneath this white concrete. Just put a coal block right there waiting for it. And from that 1 coal, we can add 15 more to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. Now we're going to be going up into the right and meeting up with this corner piece right there. So all we're going to do is go up into the right 1 single. Up into the right 2 vertical 2 times in a row. So placement block to the right or top side. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And then we're going to finish this up by going up into the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And from that 3 vertical, we're going to locate the middle block and put 1 coal to the right. And we're going to locate the top block and we're going to go up into the right 2 single. 1, 2. Perfect. Now this part is symmetrical to, or not symmetrical, it's a direct mirror of the left eye. So all we have to do is in the center of the eye we just created, we find this 3 flat right here. and we put another layer of 3 below it like we did on the left side. So 1, 2, 3. From the left side of this 3 flat, we'll go down into left 1 single. From the right side, we'll go down into the right 1 single. Then we'll go down into the left 5 vertical on the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down into the right 5 vertical on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we need to start bringing the shape in. So on the left side, we're going to go down into the right 1 single. And on the on the right side, we're going to go down into left 1 single. Sorry, that's very confusing. I should have just stuck to one side instead of jumping back and forth. Now on the middle, once again, we're going to put 2 placement blocks going straight down from the middle. 1, 2. And then we're going to follow that up with 3 coals going straight down as well. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So now you're completely done with the face of this build. I wish I did the shirt all in the first part because we would have been done right now. But that's my fault for not completing that. We're going to jump into that right now and complete it. So let's drop down to the neck. And if you see on the neck, not where we have the collar right here, just literally right here, right before the chin. On the right side, we have this 1 single block waiting right here. And that's because I was going to color this for the shading. We're going to use oak planks for it now, but in the finished build, it's probably going to be, I think it was light gray terracotta. So keep that in the back of your mind. It should be light gray terracotta. I think I use white terracotta for the skin and light gray terracotta for the shading. But I'm going to just use the oak plank for now just to be safe. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stick to it. We're going to trust that I'm smart, and we're going to go with the light gray terracotta. I'm making the big boy decisions. All right. From there, we're going to go down into left 2 more singles with the light gray terracotta. 1, 2. Down into left 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into left 2 singles. 1, 2. Down into left 2 flat, and we're going to do that 5 times in a row, so count carefully. We're going to put a placement block underneath or to the left side. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. 1, 2, that's 4. And finally, 1, 2, that's 5. And that's going to be like the center point of this shading part. So then we're going to start going back up and to the top left corner of the left side of her neck. So let's go up into the left now, 2 flat, and we're going to do that actually 4 times in a row. So placement block to the left or top side. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. And finally, 1, 2, that's 4. Perfect. Now to reach for the neck over there, we're really close. All we need to do is from this 2 flat, we're going to go up into the left 2 singles. 1, 2. Up into left 2 flat again. 1, 2. And then just bridge the gap by going up into left 3 singles, and it should touch the wall. So 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So now we finished the neck shading. We can go to the left shoulder where we have this marked out over there, and then the right shoulder we also have another block over there that we're going to use. So let's switch over to our coal again and go to the left shoulder first. Where we have this single block over here on the left shoulder, we're going to bring it down to the ground by going down into left 1 single. Down into left 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the right 2 singles. 1, 2. Down into the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go down into the right 38 flat. So placement block to the bottom. And we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. I should have probably also noted, don't worry about counting this part. If you think your counting might be off, once we bring down the right side, we'll have a point to anchor to the ground, and you can just fill it in from there. So if you didn't want to fill this in yet, you could just ignore that, and when we bring down the right side, you'll see what I mean. So let's go to the right side now, and we have this placement block waiting on the bottom block in this 7 vertical right here. And all we're going to do is put a placement block underneath and go down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the right 2 single. 1, 2. Down to 2 vertical again. 1, 2. Down into 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to switch direction. So let's go to the left side. And we're going to put our placement block underneath still and go down into left 2 vertical again. 1, 2. Down into left 3 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. That's 1. 1, 2, 3. That's 2. And this is what I was saying. You didn't have to fill in. I already had it filled in, so I met at the diagonal. But if you didn't have this filled in yet, all you would have to do is drag a block from the left side all the way to the right side until you met the right side at a diagonal. So just in case if you think your counting was messed up, if you maybe counted extra or less, just drag it over until it meets at the diagonal and you're good to go. So as you can see from the right hand camera screen, you are completely done with the tutorial, guys. Pat yourselves on the back if you made it this far. I know this was a difficult one, but you guys grinded it out. I'm proud of you. What we're going to do is jump into the finished build, and I'm going to go over the colors real quick, and I'll see you guys in a quick jump cut. Alright guys, welcome back to the finished build. So for this color, for this pixel art, we're actually going to need only a few colors. I'm going to use blue concrete, sandstone, white terracotta, yellow concrete, white concrete, and light gray terracotta. So let's starting up from the bottom. We're going to use the blue concrete for both shoulders. You can see we have this little alcove right here in the top right corner. So just make sure you color it correctly. Just pause the screen and make sure you color each segment. Just look at the right hand camera screen. You can see there's a little section right here. The right side is a little bit more easier. You can just color everything blue. Make sure you don't color this part in right here in the shoulder as well. This is going to be sandstone. Then for the neck, we're going to use the white terracotta all the way up to the shading part, where we're going to switch back over to the light gray terracotta. Once you color in the light gray terracotta in the neck right there, you can do away with it because we don't need it anymore. The rest of the face is going to be entirely white terracotta, as you can see, other than the eyes, of course. And I think another part to go over that's important is the ears. If you go over to the ear right here, there's a little fold that we're going to color with white terracotta right here. But then also, you have to go into this top left corner for the top of her ear right here and color this with white terracotta as well. Just make sure you don't miss that. Same thing on the right side. We have this little fold right here for the white terracotta, but then there's more hair, and then there's a little part of her ear right back here. So I always encourage you guys to pause it and just take a good look at the right hand camera screen. Just make sure everything matches up. Then we can move on to the eyes. For the inner eyes, we're just going to use yellow concrete. No fancy shading here today. And then for the rest of it, it's going to be white concrete. We already sectioned that off, so that should be fine. And then to finish it up, we're just going to switch over to sandstone and color everything else for the hair. So you can see we have the 3 parts right here on the bottom left, the 2 parts over here on the bottom right, and then everything else is going to be sandstone. So that's going to take you quite a bit of time. Because the frame was so hard to build, I didn't actually shade the hair. Some of you guys probably wanted shading in the hair and stuff, but we weren't going to do that just because, like I said, it was such a complex build. But once you have that, you're complete. So make sure you pause the camera right here, guys, and look at the right hand camera screen as you color. Don't want anybody getting lost. But hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe for more pixel art content. And let me know what other builds you want to see in the future. As always, this is Phoenix, and I'll see you guys later.